Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Suhani and you're watching I SUDU Life. Hope you all are doing really well. So today I'm going to show you guys how I created this very simple, easy to do makeup look. Want to know how I created this easy to go simple makeup look? Then please keep on watching. Okay, so starting off with the very first thing, I have pulled my hair backwards so it does not get in my face while I'm doing my makeup because it gets, very annoying when you have to put your hair back and all that stuff. So I've tied it to a ponytail. Now starting off with the very first thing, I'm going to prime my face with the Inside Cosmetics 3-in-1 oil-free primer. I have used this before and I will say it does the job. It's very affordable and I also showed it to you guys in my Nika haul video. So I'm gonna apply this on the areas of my pores, like on my nose, a little bit over here, a little bit on my forehead, and of course underneath my eyes because I have like fine lines and I don't want them to be visible. So I'm gonna do that. And just a little bit around my mouth. Alright, so now that I'm done with my primer, I'm going to go in straight with my concealer. I'm going to do eyes like after I'm done with my base. And since it's summers, I'm going to keep it very, very light. Okay, so I'm going to be using Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer in the shade 36 Gold right over here. I really like this and I finally found my shade. I was using the wrong shade for the past like a year and I was always so annoyed that this product doesn't work for me and people rave about this, but now finally that I found my shade, I am absolutely loving it. So I'm just gonna swirl it in. I'm gonna take the wand and just go in the inner corners and the outer corner. I'm just gonna dip it again here and then the outwards. You have seen this technique going around everywhere, including Instagram, and this arose like from TikTok. But I really like this technique. It really helps to lift up your face upwards and it does the job as well. So I'm going to take my beauty blender now. This is a damp beauty blender. A tip, always use a damp beauty blender because it definitely helps your makeup to blend in easily and it does not leave any harsh lines of your makeup. And there I'm done with concealing my under eyes. This is one of the most important part of my makeup. Like whenever I do makeup, I make sure that my dark circles are covered and concealed. So yeah, right after this, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna straight go in with setting my under eyes. Since I have fine lines, I do like to set it in, or a technical term in makeup, you call it baking. So I'm gonna bake my under eyes and I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. So I'm going to be using a Mini Pony Invisible Fix Loose Powder. I've been using this for a while now. I do like it and I'm almost about to like finish it up. So I'm currently using this. I do need to get a new one because I want to try something new. So but for now I'm going to be using this. This is actually a loose powder. I'm gonna dip in this blender into this in this pot right over here and I'm gonna put the product onto underneath my eyes. Okay, so while this sets in, what I did, I concealed some more areas like my forehead, my nose, just a little around the area, like the dark areas. Then I also concealed this area right over here because it was like a dark spot, and a little bit over here as well. So I'm just gonna blend this with another beauty blender because I use the other one for setting up my under eyes. Okay, so now that I have blended the concealer in the places that I wanted to, I'm going to dust off the excess underneath my eyes and you're going to see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to take a flat fluffy brush, or you can take any fluffy brush, and I'm just going to dust it off. Okay, so now that I have dusted off the excess, you guys can see how fresh and refreshing my under eyes look. It looks like they're all fresh and natural, but they aren't. No problem with that. Now I'm going to go in with my blush. So for blush, I'm going to be using a lipstick because I like to have a dewy look in the summers. Since I'm a dry skin type, so I always make sure that I have like a dewy look. So for that, I'm going to be using a cream blush, but I do not have a cream blush, so I'm going to be using a lipstick on my cheeks. Okay, so I'm going to be using a lipstick on the areas where I usually apply my blush. So this lipstick is from Maybelline and it's in the shade 625 Iced Caramel. I'm going to use it like in an upward direction so my face has that uplifted kind of effect. Just like that. A little bit on the nose because why not? And just a little bit on the forehead. That is all, and I'm just going to blend that in and I'm going to be right back. As you guys can see, I have that very pinky peachy kind of glow, and I like this, like, you know, a very little flush of pink on my cheeks because it looks really refreshing and natural. It looks very, you know, cute and natural. So here it is. And now I'm going to go in with my eyes. So for my eyes, I'm going to be using Wet n Wild's 10 Pan palette in the shade My Glamour Squad. This is the palette, and I'm sure every single person has this. I mean, most of the people do have this because it is like so glamorous, of course, and it has all the neutral shades that you'd ever want in a palette. I'm going to take this color right over here. I'm going to dip this fluffy brush into this color, tap off the excess. Always make sure that you tap off the excess. And I'm just going to go in buffing my crease. I'm just creating a base for my eyes because I'm going to go in with some basic eyeliner and a pop of highlight in my inner corner because I don't want to be too heavy on the eyes as well. No lashes, nothing, a simple mascara, a liner, and just a little bit of depth on the crease of my eye. So I'm just going to take this and I'm just creating a base for the next color that I'm going to create into my crease. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. It's not a very heavy color, so you can use this also as a transition shade. And as it says, it is a transition shade, but I'm using this as a base shade because it works really, really well for me. I'm going with this color right over here in my crease. Always make sure to tap off the excess. And you see this line right over here, just work this brush into the line, and that is where your crease is. So just with a very light hand, just go in and swirl it around into your crease. And take a little bit more and just work that into your crease. So you see like the difference, it has quite a little bit of depth because of this color right over here, and this is just like very neutral and normal. Just to make it look more deeper, I'm gonna use the same, I'm gonna do the same thing on this side of the eye. As you guys can see, they're quite a lot similar, and now the most basic and the easiest thing to do is now to put on an eyeliner, mascara, and highlight the inner corners of my eyes. So I'm just going to do that and I'll be right back. So I just quickly did my eyeliner off camera because I tend to mess up my eyeliner quite a lot, and I did this time too. So but I promise next time I'm gonna do it like on camera. I'm gonna show you guys how I do my eyeliner just so I can not, you know, mess it up in front of you guys. I did it off camera. Now moving on to mascara, I'm gonna be using L'Oreal Paris False Lash Superstar, and this is actually a two-way mascara, and this was gifted by my cousin. This is actually a lash primer plus mascara. So the primer actually looks like this. It is pretty strong though. And the other side of the mascara looks like this. It's a curling wand, so I'm just gonna do that as well. I'm done with my mascara. I'm gonna do the last bit for my eyes, and that is putting a highlighter or a very light shade in the inner corners of my eyes. So I'm gonna take this angular brush right over here. I'm gonna dip this brush in this shade, tap off the excess, and I'm gonna go in with the inner V of my eye. So you see the difference. My eyes look so much more popping and bigger. I'm not sure if I should say bigger, but I do like the fact that my eyes look a lot more popping and very much awakened. I am finally and completely done with my eyes. Last 3 steps of completing my whole makeup look is a highlighter. So I'm going to take a beauty blender. I'm going to take this one right over here. It's actually not that dirty, so I'm just going to use this one. So I'm going to take the beauty blender, I'm going to dip it into this shade right over here. I do have a highlighter, but it's way too dark for like my skin tone, and it doesn't match. It looks quite a little dark and gaudy. So just to avoid that, I'm going to use this one right over here. I'm going to dip it in, and I am simply just going to place it on the cheekbones of my face. A little bit on the nose because you want your nose to shine. And I'm just going to blend that harsh line into the second last step. I'm going to go ahead and put on some lipstick, and I'm using again the one from Maybelline. This is in the shade 660, Touch of Spice. This was also gifted, and I actually really like it. I was not hoping that this lipstick will work according to my skin tone, but it actually does. I'm just gonna take like a very little bit amount onto my lips, and I'm gonna smudge that with my fingers onto my whole lips. Spray my face off with a makeup setting spray, and I love to use the Plum Green Tea Revitalizing Face Mist. I have been in love with this. This was the first product. This was one of the first products that I used, and it turned out to be one of my favorites. I do not travel without this. I really, really like it. So I'm just gonna simply go with all over my face, and I'm just gonna spray it down. I know a lot of you will say that this is way too much, but I'm okay with it because I want my makeup to stay all day long. So this is the final look, and I'm going to be back just by doing my hair a little bit. I'll see you in just a sec. This is the final product, and this is the final look. This is something very easy, very simple, and it was really quick for me to do. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys. Love you.